Say what needs to be said. It's your host, your big dog, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel. I got my co-host with me, Elton, Mr. EP The Truth Patterson, and we here in the building, man. We here 2 times a week. We giving y'all that good content, that good say what needs to be said content, and our say what need to be said family. We appreciate y'all being with us, and man, we on our journey to what? We first 10,000, then we're gonna get 100,000, then we're gonna 500,000, then we're gonna be to the millions. You know what I mean? So we on the journey.
Hey,
What's up, brother? What's happening?
That feedback coming in good too. Like I'm getting random people like, hey man, that show, boy. I like that show y'all doing. Hey,
there you go.
Y'all got some good insight. But it ain't just fun though.
Word of mouth is the best selling point in life. That's what I heard. That's what I learned. Word of mouth is the best selling point. Y'all keep spreading that love and sharing. What you heard on your end about the show, brother? What you heard?
Man, just great. It ain't just a fun side or no. It's like, man, it's very insightful. Like the stuff we talk about, people can relate to. But they say this though, it's not too formal. It's just right. It's relatable. So we're gonna give it what they want, you know.
That's what we're doing, man. We want to relate to the people, give y'all you know, the backstories of how we see things and the things we've been through and all that good stuff. So, you know, say what needs to be said. We in the building. Now I want to talk to y'all about a situation that a lot of athletes, a lot of young athletes may go through, and things that the young athletes we want to avoid. And, you know, when you get caught up, you're young, you're popular, you're popping. You know, we are great athletes. Everybody know about us, and all the females and young ladies, they want to, you know, date us. They want to be around athletes and stuff like that. And we're the men and things like that.
Right.
And a lot of times we get caught up in situations or not, how should I say that?
Stuff that's not favorable for what we, you know, it's not the smart. I don't want to say smart or dumb, but it may not be the best favorable situations that we get caught up in sometimes in life.
You might want to choose a different situation to put yourself in. You might want to say, no, I'm gonna back away from this one because this one has jeopardy in it that may, you know, may cause a problem in my future or in my dreams and things like that. And what I'm saying is athletes being falsely accused of things, and you know, you got the grape, you might have fraud, you might have whatever it is, and that's how you got to pronounce it on here, brother EP. You got to say grape with a G. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, we have the brother Matt Araiza, formerly of the Buffalo Bills. He went through a crazy situation. Allegedly, I guess it's true now. It all came out that he was falsely accused, and he's finally been able to sign with a team after 18 months of going through hell. And what I'm trying to understand, I want us to understand, is how do we avoid this situation? And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to avoid those situations. Like you say, we're young, we're living our life. Might be going out with this girl drinking, having fun, might go out with this girl drinking, and we're a walking ticket all the time. So anytime a person see us and understands that they can maybe cause some confusion or maybe figure out how to get a lawsuit on you, meaning like, you know, maybe get some criminal charges and things like that. But eventually they want to bring a lawsuit on you and get some money. You know, and that's the whole goal. We walking around, we're famous, our pictures on TV every day, we're making touchdowns, we're making interceptions, and now they want what we got. Give us a little context of Matt Araiza, man, so everybody can understand. If y'all haven't heard about this guy, he was a punter, he was a great punter, and he was falsely accused of grape, man. And this is like, and this happened to a lot of football players. Thank God he was a fortunate person, a fortunate player, and he was able to overcome 18 months of hell and still be signed to an NFL team. Once you're falsely accused, you don't really get that chance to bounce back. They forget about you and move on to the next draft. So big ups to Matt, because he was able to sign with a team, and still he has a chance to rebuild his career. Give us a background on this, brother.
A quick background, and I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said earlier about, you know, once you get in, but real just to get everybody caught up on what's the situation. A girl identified in a lawsuit, they identified her as Jane Doe, dropped the charges against Araiza for the lawsuit filed in August of 22. Araiza agreed to dismiss the defamation suit against Jane Doe filed in 2023. Araiza, he played football at San Diego State. He was drafted by the Buffalo Bills in the 6th round in 2022, but never played in an NFL game.
Wow.
The Bills released Araiza in the summer of 22 after he was shortly named in the rape lawsuit. The San Diego District Attorney's Office announced in December 22 that the criminal charges would not be filed in this case. The Jets had brought him in for a workout last May, but he's just getting signed now. And like you say, that's an 18-month. Like, that's a lot of time in the NFL, bro.
Taken off your life, man. Wait, so let me understand correctly. So let me understand. The accuser, the Jane Doe, she files a lawsuit, or she files criminal charges and a lawsuit, I guess, and accuses him of rape. And then turns around months later and drop the case.
Yes.
And his life is totally destroyed, and nothing is going to happen to her.
It's so sad, bro. It's so many things
happen to her. This has to be the most ridiculous. This has to change, man. I hate to see it, and it's just like, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. In the NFL, you understand, playing in the NFL. First of all, understand it's a privilege to be in the NFL. It's not a necessity. It's not something you know that owed to you. It is a privilege to play in the NFL. So when you are NFL prospect, a potential draft pick, or a signing, any of those things, as soon as something come up bad behind with your name, you're guilty. You barely have any chance to prove your innocence, and it could be the biggest, fattest lie ever told. And this is a prime example, man. We had a kid from Texas, I forget the bigger, there's so many of these cases where athletes have been acquitted and been falsely accused and beat the case, and their career is shot. There's no making up and no coming back from those false accusations. And Matt Araiza, man, this is God bless this young man. And the Kansas City Chiefs they just made their team better by signing Matt Araiza, man. So
right. And my thing when I look at it, man, it's like, what do you do? Like, does the NFL pull the trigger too fast? Because the law says innocent until proven guilty. But the NFL is like, oh, you got a lawsuit out on you, a rape lawsuit out on you. Oh, delete.
Great lawsuit. Great
lawsuit on you. Right, you can't say certain words, but great lawsuit on you.
Yeah,
we got to release you. Gone. No question asked. Hey,
because you're gonna make us look bad. We don't want the bad media. We don't want all this, the bad things that come along with it. So guess what? We don't have time for it. We're on our way to the Super Bowl. We're trying to make it to the Super Bowl, and we don't have time for this bad publicity. So guess what? We're going to release you regardless of if you're innocent or not. We don't have time, and we don't care. You need to avoid these situations at all costs if you want to be the privileged person to make it to the NFL. But then again, in the world we live in, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And that is totally backwards. You're guilty until proven innocent. You know what I mean? And this was a prime example. He got falsely accused, and automatically he was guilty. Now he signed with the team because they proved that he was innocent.
but do you realize, and I'm coming from an agent background point of view, do you realize not just the physical deterrent that he had to go through for 18 months, you realize the fiscal and the financial for the next year or 2 years that it had an
Let me
impact?
break it down for y'all if y'all don't understand.
Get money for
Let me break it down. Let me break it down to the audience if y'all don't understand. You're accused of this malicious situation. You're accused of rape. You're falsely accused. But when you're accused, you're going to get arrested, and that's for the criminal charges, right? So they come put handcuffs on you. Now, if you have a civil suit, they're going to serve you with papers. So they're going to find you, serve you with papers, let you know, you'll make sure you're aware that you're being sued for these accusations. Now, when they serve you with these papers, you have 21 or maybe less than that, but it's usually 21 days to reply. Now, in these 21 days to reply, you got to find a lawyer. You may not have ever reached out to a lawyer before, may not be might not be familiar with any lawyers. So now you have to go find a lawyer, retain a lawyer, pay this money, and for 18 months, you're gonna get billed month after month after month to fight this case to prove your innocence.
Right.
And please, by dear Lord, you better hope you have some money to be able to fight this case. Because if you don't, you're gonna have to plea out, or basically they're gonna look at you guilty because your representation. That's the way the game is set up. And I just hate that this is like this. And like I say, if we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, we're guilty until proven innocent. And I wish things can change. And I wish teams would take a step back as soon as they hear some malicious situations or accusations that's being brought up on a player. Do some homework first before you just release him. Maybe he needs the help. Maybe he needs a lawyer to prove his innocent because he's innocent. And this was a prime example, but thank God Andy Reid is the perfect example, man. Go ahead.
Now I do think for the teams, I don't necessarily they think they get a wire come through and say, hey, these allegations against your player, hey, you released. I think number one, they got to believe what player. Let's be honest, this is what player is he?
This was a rookie draft pick, so they didn't waste no time with him.
They didn't waste no time. But I do think NFL has investigators for each case. The problem with it is if that comes through and the head coach gets it on the table, and the GM gets it, and the owner gets it, they don't have time to research it.
And investigate.
They on a time frame from we got 36 hours to address this before we have people protesting outside of our stadium. And if it's inconclusive, they're gonna release the player. If he did it, they're gonna release the player. The only way you don't get released is if you got video proof of saying, I did not do it, and here it go. Anything outside of that is gone. And unfortunately, he lose earning potential, which is huge. Nobody thinks about that. He's lost out on earning potential because he wasn't playing. He may lose out on $10 million because he wasn't playing for these past few years. I'm happy he got his opportunity back, but he lost earning potential as well.
Now, like I said, I don't know why and how these situations come up, but I have a story for everything, and they match directly. So let me tell y'all my story. Almost falsely accused, but guess what? The good Lord is always with you. You just gotta be. So now I'm going to pick. I'm not going to say what child. So I'm always in the custody battle. I had to fight to spend time with all my kids, right? So I'm in this custody battle, whatever. The agreement is done, whatever. I got 6 months. She got 6 months. So I'm home from break from football. So I go pick up my child, but she doesn't want me to pick up my child for whatever reason. So I beat her there. Get my child, and we leave. And as we leaving, we're crossing paths and we see each other. So she screamed out the window, I'm screaming out the window, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going about my business with my children, with my child, and we about to enjoy some father-child time. You know what I mean? So now I get a call. I get a call from 215, Philadelphia. Asante, we heard what you did. We heard what happened. Don't say nothing. I'm going to get you a lawyer. Don't say nothing. And I'm like, what do you mean? We heard you broke in your child's mother's house and stole the PlayStation. The what? The PlayStation? Wait, hold on. Don't say anything, Samuel. Don't say. I'm like, to the security from Philadelphia calls me. I'm like, wait, hold on. You don't believe this shit. Wait. He's like, no, don't say anything. Stop it right there. Stop it. This shit is not true. This is totally false. I explained to him what just happened. I came pick up my child. And he says that the word was that I came to their house. The marks was on the door. I broke in, went inside the house, took the PlayStation, and left. And that child's mother called the team to try to get me.
Wow.
Not the police. She went over the police of getting me in immediate trouble and went right to the team. And I, like you said, I was guilty. They called me as if I was guilty. And I had to explain, like, slow down. This woman is a little, she makes up things and, she a little bitter. So back up. This is not true. And it took about 5 minutes of me convincing and telling them that, listen, I didn't do this. I didn't break in this house. This is nonsense. Don't believe this woman. You know what I mean? And Yeah, man.
Hey, probably the PlayStation you bought, right?
Exactly. The PlayStation that I'm on child support paying for. And you gonna tell these people I broke in your house. Mama Lucas in the building. What's up, Mama Lucas? So yeah, man, that was crazy. I don't know why and how my life ended up being like that. Why I have a story and a situation. Pretty much everything we talk about.
Every subject we talk about. It's
every subject. And that just popped in my head. I didn't plan that. I just like thought about it, being falsely accused. And I wasn't falsely accused because it didn't make it to criminal charges. It made it to my team. They called my team. Now, if they would have called the police, they probably would have arrested me right there. No questions asked. Get your fingerprints, get your mug shot. We talk about this later. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, just try to avoid being around messy people that don't mean you no good, people that don't want to see you succeed, people that soon as they see you doing something good, they always have something negative to say. Yeah, watch out for those people in life, man. They don't want your best interest. So, understand that.
Correct, man.
So March 13th is a free agency, right?
Yeah.
March 13th. Boy, I remember one of the March 13th years for me, boy, back in 2008. Boy, whoo, that's a beautiful time. Boy, when you play your 4 years, you balling, and you make it to March 13th, man, that's like hitting all the numbers on the lottery ticket and putting the extra $2-4 on the Powerball and boom, banging that thing. So, man,
it got to be nervous though. I remember you probably don't. I didn't make it to free agency like that, but you probably don't even want to leave the house. You probably overcautious. Like you like, you know what? I don't want to go out. I just want to chill and wait.
True story. The
come through.
You were scared to get in the pool. You scared to drive the car, might get in the accident. You don't even want to get on the bike. You're worried about everything. At least I was, because I wanted to protect my investment. I needed that lotto ticket so bad. I was scared to do anything. I was taking zero chances at life. Zero chances at being able to harm myself. I barely rode a bike. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a whole other.
Let me get some people caught up about free agency, exactly what it is, because they may not understand our term. Free agency in the NFL on March 13th, the significance of it is in the NFL, after you complete your 4-year contract, which is standard for most rookies, you get to renegotiate or get a new deal. And it's like
the lottery.
No cap. It's the lottery because you may be 10 million a year. You go from making, as a rookie, just in general, you go from making maybe $600,000 in 1 year. Free agent come year 4, March 13th come, you be making $12 million a year, sometimes $20 million a year. So it's a huge day for rookies that out of their country, well, rookies that played 4 years out of their contract, and that's what Asante is.
I made it there, and I hit that lottery. So like you said, when you make it, you play your 4 years, you done made it without getting injured, you're healthy, and now you're in off season. You could do something dumb, go play basketball, you could go ride a dirt bike, you could go even ride a bicycle, and something can happen. Guess what? I didn't give a chance for none of that to happen. I stood my butt in the house, locked myself in the room, and meditate, baby. Meditate all the way to that check cash, baby. I ain't playing no games. I can't play no games. I can't take no chances. Can't take no chances. Right. You know what I mean?
No risk.
So that's a breakdown for y'all. And even after your rookie contract, you might sign another contract, like you say, after your rookie contract might be 3 years, and then you become a free agent again, and so on and so forth. That's how you get, they keep making their money and things like that.
Right.
So free agency, we're talking about free agency. March 13th is coming up, and what teams are going to make their team better? Who can potentially make these teams better? What players, you know what I mean? And for the Minnesota Vikings have informed they will not be given a fully guaranteed contract to Kirk Cousins. And they are only willing to guarantee the first year of a new deal. Right? Mm-hmm. And that, Deshaun Watson, he came out and blew the market up.
Right.
Got a guaranteed contract and didn't perform from a guarantee, after he got that awesome deal.
Right.
And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. If he would have performed well after getting that thing, after getting a guaranteed contract, you would have seen a lot of guaranteed contracts just floating around, because that would have been the market. But now owners and everybody are totally upset that you gave Deshaun Watson a totally guaranteed contract. And because when a new player from a position resets the market, meaning gets a new contract that no one has ever achieved, meaning
Right.
the pay, the guarantees, or whatever. That's called setting the market. So the owners are mad now at Deshaun Watson and his agent, not Deshaun Watson, I'm sorry. They're mad at all 31 owners are mad at the Cleveland Browns for giving Deshaun Watson a guaranteed contract. Because now you got Kirk Cousins, you got Russell Wilson, you got every quarterback that comes up and comes up as an unrestricted free agency, or at the end of their rookie deal or their deal period. They're asking for a contract extension. And in their demands, they want it to be guaranteed, just like Deshaun Watson, because Deshaun Watson set the stage and set the market. And that's what's going on, man. Kirk Cousins, where will he end up being? Because it probably won't be the Vikings, because he's looking for a guaranteed contract. And he probably is not going to get the guaranteed contract. So what's going on with Kirk Cousins?
Man, listen. First of all, let's back up with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is he's not shy on money by no means, brother. And what I mean by that, in 2018, I think he was one of the first ones signed. In 2018, he signed an $84 million deal, right? As a quarterback.
3 years, right?
But it was fully guaranteed. And that was one of the first fully guaranteed contracts for that magnitude, right?
Well, I don't know. Wait, because I think the fully guaranteed contract, 3 years is fully guaranteed. But usually that's what's guaranteed in the contract anyway. Deshaun Watson got like a 4-year, 5-year deal guaranteed, fully guaranteed. So I think that's the different significance in those contracts. But go ahead, keep going.
But it was just beforehand, right? It was
right.
It's coming after the 2017 season where quarterbacks technically weren't making it. He was the highest paid. And he was the highest paid from 2019 to 20 to 21. He was the highest paid. And everybody's like, dang, Kirk Cousins got that kind of money? Yes, he did. He came in as the highest paid. So he had a lot to do with setting on that position on getting guaranteed money. And I see why. Now to elaborate on what you said, I see why they not doing a bunch of guaranteed contracts, or they don't feel confident in it. Because when you do that, it can either help or hurt. And owners are like, man, if I give away $200 million and this dude not even winning,
I end up in the Deshaun Watson situation.
Right.
That's the main thing. They do not want to end up in a situation like the the Cleveland Browns ended up with Deshaun Watson. Then you come bringing a guy off the streets to make Deshaun Watson and this whole guaranteed contract situation just look awful. So that's the consequences and the fight back.
So that's where you hear we'll give you 1 million guaranteed. I'm not 1 million, I'm sorry. 1 year guaranteed opposed to your whole contract. Like we'll give you 1 year, which is basically a year-to-year contract. But Kirk probably is going to go somewhere else. I know it's a couple of landing spots for him. But he'll probably go somewhere else.
Here go potential teams. You got the Falcons, the Raiders, the Vikings, which he's leaving. Then you got the Commanders. You got the Patriots. You got potentially the Broncos
and the Steelers
or the Jets. So, I think it's one of those situations where we're trying to figure out where Kirk Cousins is going to go. Can he lead a team to a Super Bowl? Is he a Super Bowl caliber quarterback at the age of 35? It seems like NFL executives and scouts and things like that, they have so much. What's the word? They think
hope.
Yeah, it's like they think Kirk Cousins is the guy that can get the job done and lead these teams to the Super Bowl. And I just don't see that. I don't see that. There's so much faith and belief in Kirk Cousins, and I don't understand where it's coming from. Now, maybe in the past, and he kills it every year. He's over 4,000 yards. He's close to 65% passing rated. You know what I mean? He's half and half. Might have 30 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. He's moving in that range. But as a winner, it's just okay. As a winner, it's just okay. And yes, he's the free agent that's on the market, and everybody that needs a quarterback gonna look at him because he's the free agent on the market.
Right.
But in reality, coming off a ACL injury, I'm not ACL, sorry, a torn Achilles, coming off a torn Achilles at 35 years old, I don't know if he's the answer.
Right.
And, somebody's going to take that chance and we're going to see. And
I think he's always going to get that.
Right. But here's one situation where I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Miami Dolphins signing Tua Tagovailoa to a deal, trading him away, and then bringing Kirk Cousins in and getting those picks and stuff like that. Anybody else can drive that, run this offense better than Tua, especially in pressure situations. So if he can end up at the Miami Dolphins, that would be a great situation in my eyes, because the Dolphins need somebody else besides Tua. Tua can win games. He can make it look pretty. He can, sell the media. He can get the media behind him. But when the game is on the line against a good team, and when it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, Tua's just going to 1, 2, 3 and let it go and hope it get there. And
man, you've been trying to get rid of Tua off of Miami. You done tried to shift him off to Dallas.
Can do it. They can do it. The Miami Dolphins can do it. You just can't believe in Tua. I've been saying this before this great year. And like I said it before, this is going to be the best year he ever had. That's not a knock. That's not a shot. But he can't do it. And I'm down here. I want to celebrate with Miami Dolphins. I want to have fun in the atmosphere. I want to see Super Bowl everywhere. I want to get the big name rappers and stars to come out because the Miami Dolphins win it. And I can't believe I don't see Tua as the guy, man. I don't see Tua as the guy.
Get him out of there, coach. Get him out.
Get him out of there, man. Get him out of there. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Kirk Cousins land at.
Hey, so we got a couple comments in the comment section. You want to address
keep the comments going. But hold on, let me tell you one thing about Kirk Cousins that people don't understand too.
Go ahead.
Do you know who drafted Kirk Cousins? You have a choice. You have a idea?
Washington, right? No.
Yeah, but think about the coach. Have any idea?
I do not know. That's a good trivia right now.
Was it Mike Shanahan? You got Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan when he was the head coach at Washington Commanders.
Okay.
And Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator.
Okay.
So these are the guys that drafted him in the 4th round to back up RG3 or to let them compete.
Okay.
And you draft people, and he replaced RG3 and had that offense going. He was running things. He's doing good. And he was, young guy. So I'm bringing that up to say, if San Francisco 49ers, if they want to fire Steve Wilkes, because Kyle Shanahan wants to get the pressure off him, right?
Right.
Do you think he's thinking about bringing in Kirk Cousins because he had him at the Commanders and he's not satisfied with Brock Purdy? Is that a possibility? Because there's no money spent on Brock Purdy at this point. There's no money spent on Brock Purdy at this point.
Right.
So, I mean,
hey, you know what's funny? You probably have a lot of people, all the Brock Purdy, they hate him anyway. They don't get that dude a chance. They probably like, bring him in, put Brock on the bench.
Right.
But you know what's funny? I will say this. I am a strong believer of people not getting pushed into positions too early. CJ Stroud is like a once in a lifetime situation. Not that it's unattainable, but it's just rare for a quarterback to come out the gut and just start and having a great career, right? So Brock Purdy learning for a year or two behind someone, I think that would have elevated his game, similar to Love in Green Bay. Come out like you'd think he was a veteran already. So I wouldn't say that, but dang, you just come take the boy out of there, like shit.
No, but you got to think about, like I said, you got to think about people, these coaches and who they love and what would they desire, for their offense and things like that. If you drafted a person and this person is available, and y'all didn't leave on no ill will terms, he was a starter and things like that, and he was running offense the way you wanted ran and things like that, you're probably 9 times out of 10 looking and hoping you can get this guy. So that's just like you, EP. That's just like you. If you drafted me in whatever round, I went out and balled out for your team. But then I leave. I go ball out for another team. Now I'm available. And you're sitting here, you got this cornerback that you didn't pay any money for, and he's playing all right. But you know how I play, and you get me over there. You saying, I need Asante because I know what he's gonna do. Right. I know how he's gonna run this, motivate this defense. I know the plays he's gonna make. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's the
Yeah, definitely. I think you definitely do that because that's your first of all, that's your comfort zone.
Right.
Second of all, they know your system, and third of all, this is your job. So at any given time, son, you're gonna fight for somebody that can come save your job the best you think. Like if I'm gonna go down, let me go down with somebody that I really know, and it makes sense. And I had a similar situation, not exactly like that, but I can see where the correlation meets because when I was with, I was trying to get drafted, right, coming through the draft, and Jack Del Rio before the draft was like, "You're gonna play with me. You're gonna be on the other side of Hugh Douglas. You're gonna play DN." And he loved me, but they didn't draft me. I don't know why. They skipped. They didn't draft me. Soon as I was available from Cincinnati, guess who's the first thing to call? Hey, buddy. And then I get down there. I get down to Jacksonville. I go in the office. Hey, coach, I'm here. Hey, Elton, I told you he was going to be in the Jaguars uniform, buddy. I'm so happy to have you. Just that quick.
Just and that's how things happen. And you know, next week sometime I'm gonna do a Eagles marathon. And I'm gonna let you understand how we talking about teams get excited about you and start liking you, and that's how the Eagles end up signing me because of us playing each other, and that's exactly what we're talking about. So, Kirk Cousins was drafted by the Shanahan family. The Shanahan family is not happy right now because they can't figure out how to freaking win a Super Bowl, and that's all that matters to them right now. And Kirk Cousins, I'm just saying,
he can't Hey, Kirk Cousins freaking can't relate on how to win a Super Bowl. He got all this money. He just don't have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So maybe they perfect together.
You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see. We're gonna see.
Right.
And Justin Fields, man. Justin Fields. He unfollows the whole Bears team thing and he starts following Atlanta Falcons. What is this all about? You know what I mean? And what can Justin Fields provide for the Atlanta Falcons, or where would he end up to be able to provide? What type of caliber quarterback you think Justin Fields is, brother?
I think he's good, but it's always some underneath stuff. When you look at stuff like that, it's always something underneath. Number one, Justin is from Atlanta. He's from Kennesaw, Georgia. He's from the area. So he may be thinking
he would love to play that. And you know, it's that Cam Newton effect. Cam wanted to play for Atlanta so bad. I didn't realize Justin Fields from Atlanta. Wow, so that says a lot right there. That says a lot.
That says a lot. But I will say this. I'm always done. I know it. I'm gonna tap into my agent life and agent stuff and give y'all my agent point of view. Don't do that. Do not be under contract. I don't know why these kids do this. This is a business. It's not personal. You are under contract with the Chicago Bears. Do not unfollow them on all your social media. It's nothing that you can do with that is going to help you out. Just chill. Like, just don't do nothing. Don't make a move. That's like if you're playing poker, bro, and you just say your hand not good and you get up and leave the table. Right. He's like, wait, don't leave yet. Just chill. You never know.
And then it's like you kind of
leverage.
It's kind of like you burning your bridge. You kind of showing the team that I'm checked out. I don't want be around here no more. So the team, the head coach, the GM and stuff like, we don't want this energy around here. So, don't let it show your hand, man. Let everything play out, and then, you make your unfollows and you show your ass and things like that. But don't.
Everything's leveraged, son, because guess why? When you take Chicago out the mix, that's one less team that likes you, right? That you let everybody know, because
it might only be 4 teams that need quarterbacks. So
right. So the value goes down when you check out, because imagine if Chicago loved you and they was trying to do everything to keep you, but you had a chance to leave. So now this other team may up the money a little bit more to get you out of there. But now they thinking like, oh, he want to leave anyway. We can offer him anything. Bro, just don't do it. I don't even know who his agent is, but I would just say, Fields, don't do it. But back to your question, I think he's a dynamic quarterback, man. I think he was forced into a role that he probably wasn't quite ready yet. But I think he'll do some damage. I think Atlanta is a good landing spot for him if he can get down here.
Yeah.
And I think he'll do pretty good, man. I think he's dynamic. He's an athlete. He just
Mhm.
probably wasn't ready for that Chicago vibe up there.
Well, I could see potentially 2 landing spots for him, or maybe
Okay.
3. Only
Right.
2 or 3. And the Falcons is 1. But here's the thing: he's I would say a C-list quarterback in my eyes. At this point, he can grow and get
Okay.
better. So when you bring him in, you trade for him, whether it's a 2nd-round pick or a 3rd-round pick, you're gonna go get someone else in the draft also. So he's there to
Right.
compete for the job or be the backup. And I think the Falcons can do that. I think the Patriots can do that with him, and also the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. So I think these are some potential landing spots. I'm not sure if anyone's so eager to bring him in and say, "You're running my team.
Right.
You're our franchise quarterback." I don't see too
Right.
many people doing that. So I'm seeing him at a team like I say, the Falcons, and they have a 2 quarterback that they're gonna be done with Marcus Mariota. You can see the Falcons.
Yeah, he's already
You
out
can,
of there. Yeah.
you can see the Patriots. They bring him in, and then also they draft a quarterback. And also the Jets. Like you said, they already got Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
those are potential landing spots for Justin Fields. And man, I hope he gets the right coaching he needs to help him develop into the quarterback. He has the potential to be, because that's a part of most of the problem. A lot of the time is being able to get the correct teaching and
Right.
guidance and things like that. Because we all got talent and things like that, so it's all good.
Well, the symbolic value of it is coming to Atlanta. The city will be excited about it. Like I said, he's from here. It'll be a lot of outside of football stuff that'll be good. He'll sell a lot of tickets. It'll be an exciting move for him. It'll be way more exciting for him to play for Atlanta.
It'd be exciting
opposed to-
in preseason, in the off season. But when the season comes, you gotta win. You gotta play. But you're gonna be called out like everybody else. You're gonna feel the
Right.
same way you felt like when you was in Chicago.
in Chicago.
So
Right.
you have to show up. Like you say, the NFL is what have you done for me lately, no matter who the hell you are. So don't think
Right.
you can come out here and have a big name and that's gonna get you to skate by the NFL. You gotta win. You gotta win. That's what it boils down to.
You know what's crazy though? The mental thing about that, which a lot of people don't understand, is that when you go top 10 pick, it's so good. Your family happy, like your whole dynamic change. But you had a lot of immense pressure to perform right now.
Right
And
now.
some guys don't have that. You don't have time to wait. Like you
Yeah.
got to be a dog and go out there and perform right now with no excuses. That's what
Mhm.
everybody's expecting.
And
you
it's
to do.
kind of hard to understand as a young man coming from college around all these grown men. It took me a couple years to understand exactly what I was getting myself into. It was just kind of like I didn't really take it too serious. You understand? I'm just young and here to play football. It took a couple years to really understand these men are serious about winning and want to win a Super Bowl. And you better take your job serious or you're gonna get reprimanded. So,
Right.
So, man, best of luck, Justin Fields. I hope he end up in Atlanta. I hope his dreams come true. He end up in Atlanta. And let's see what happens, man. Get the right coaching. Raheem Morris up there, changing that whole environment in Atlanta. And, everybody happy to have him back. So, and Raheem
Atlanta gonna be
Morris
lit.
fits the culture. Let's see what happens, baby. Justin Fields. I'm picking
It's lit.
Atlanta Falcons. I'm picking Atlanta Falcons. Justin Fields, he lands at Atlanta Falcons, man. He lands at Atlanta Falcons.
All right.
So we were the first, say what needs to be said. We're going to always say what needs to be said. We were the first one to bring it to your attention about the Russell Wilson situation and Sean Payton. We said that Sean Payton was bullying Russell Wilson. And we basically said, in this world, you got to earn your respect as a man. Respect is not given, sadly, in America. You have to earn and achieve that respect every day, wherever you go, in any situation. Because if you don't, as a man, people will run over you. As a woman, too. People will run over you, take advantage of you, and continue to just take advantage of you. So,
Right.
as you got to earn our respect out here. So now Russell Wilson didn't earn his respect, and now he put his $25 million house up for sale in Denver. Does this mean it's over with for Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson, or what's the future? Because he has guaranteed money on his contract. We know
Right.
the Broncos asked him to sit down during the week, so to get this whole contract situated, and he didn't do it.
Right.
And Russell Wilson said he wanted to be there. He didn't mind after all of that craziness, but now his house is on the market. What is going on with Russell Wilson, Sean Payton, and the Denver Broncos? How does this situation pan out?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell you what happened is CC was like, I don't like the way they treating you, baby. Let's get up out of here. Let's put the house on the market right now, Russell. I already called the listing agent, and we're gonna sell this house because we're gonna show them we ain't nothing to play with.
CC the agent, ain't it? As funny as this may sound, I believe what he's saying 100%. I believe it 100%. I guarantee you she's in his head telling him things and the moves to make, and he's expressing to her what his agent's saying, and she's coming back. No, man, this and that. You don't take that. You better than this and this and that. Now we're just assuming and having fun. We just assuming having fun. But I'm telling you that I really believe that. You know what I mean? Right. So with Russell Wilson, man, go ahead.
No, I think overall, as Russell as a player, I think it's like now that he's gotten away from football for a few weeks, it's dawning on him. Like I think when you got to think as a football player, sometimes we get dialed in during the season. And we're trying to win a championship, and you're trying to say the right things. And the media is at your locker every day after practice, and you're just being corporate. But when you get away from all of that, you like, man, the coach really disrespected me. And is my value here?
He really talked to me like I'm a kid, and I got kids. He talked to me how I talk to my kids.
Right.
Woo! You let that sink in.
Right. It's almost like when you're married or you got your lady and y'all out somewhere, and she said something disrespectful for you just say you at a wedding reception or something. Sit down, Asante. And you like, oh, I'm sorry. All right. But when you get home, you be like, hold up. Why you came at me like that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
I sat down in front of everybody. You embarrassed me, and yeah, it hit you. It hit you. You like, I got to do something.
That Russell like, hold up, man. Free agency coming up. Y'all don't want me. I ain't got to be here.
Yeah.
I'm putting my house up for sale. I'm ready for a new start. And CC already got them bags packed. And it's ready. They ready. They are ready. And I think, but more importantly than Russell, is I think the team is ready to move on. Sean Payton, he's here, new coach. He need a fresh start. And
he want that
sometimes
dog at quarterback. He want that one that when he bark, that quarterback gonna bite him back. He don't want the Russell Wilson to sit back and take it. He a part-time gangster, man. You want to see some fighting back. That's the era Sean Payton come from. And yeah, like you say, I think this relationship is over with. It's gone. Bye-bye. There's no rekindling this relationship.
But listen though, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily mean that Russell's not good, and it's not necessarily saying that Sean Payton not a good coach or he's not right. It's just two different people, and we got two different agendas. We just probably need to separate. And I think I would lean towards that. Now, if Russell goes somewhere else and still lay an egg and just no excitement and terrible, it's like, all right, he's getting older, he's out of there. But right now, I just think it's just two different philosophies.
Yeah,
two different.
From me, that's what I see. I see Russell Wilson older, don't move as fluent and agile as it used to be. Accuracy is not there. The will to win is not there. The hunger, everything is not there when Pete Carroll was there. Maybe Pete Carroll recognized that, and that's why he was, washed his hand and was like, we can move on because I know I need to develop somebody else because I don't see the hunger in this guy anymore. And when Russell Wilson, got with Sierra, he started barking back, fighting back, saying he want this and want that. And like you said, and then boom, things blew up. He wanted out of Seattle. Why did you want it out of Seattle? Only Russell Wilson and CC know.
Hey, but let me tell you though, I was watching our boy Beast Mode, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling a story about Russell Wilson and about how nobody could say nothing to him.
Yeah.
It's almost like how you were mentioning with the McNabb thing, like he just throw a pick and nobody say anything. He like, hey, yo, what's going on? But the word is you can't say nothing to Russell. And that was some years ago now, Zon. So
I think a lot of these quarterbacks, like you say, man, they come from different backgrounds and different type of living environments.
Right.
And when you're a prima donna, man, they will give you everything on your plate. You don't have to provide for anything. And a lot of times that would be the situation, and you grow into that as a man, and you never really able to escape that. So you know, you're just a little spoiled. You're not used to being attacked. You're not used to being criticized. And as soon as you get that criticism, you buckle, you fold. Boy, I criticize my kids all the time, every day. Boy, they so used to that junk, they will not enter that world thinking somebody could say something to them and get them down. No way, baby.
Right.
We get this thing cranking over there.
Tough skin, rub it off, keep it going.
Tough skin, man. Tough skin. So yeah, man. So we got the Russell Wilson. We had Justin Fields.
Right.
Who else needed a quarterback?
It was another team that was looking for a quarterback.
Man, everybody needed a quarterback. You got the Raiders. Right. Everybody needed a quarterback. Hey, but let me tell you, we gonna always have a story for y'all. Be able to tell y'all a story because me and EP, we spent so much time together. So story time. Right. Story time. And let me tell you, in 2005, I met this wonderful, beautiful young lady. I tell you who she is at the end. 2005, I met this wonderful, beautiful lady. At this time, I'm meeting a bunch of beautiful women, lady. At this time, I'm meeting a bunch of beautiful women. At this time, 2005, I'm hanging and swinging. Mind you, here's the backstory. Remember, I grew up with just my mom and my sister. I'm not used to seeing the family dynamic. I'm not used to seeing men and women in a family household every day. So I don't understand I don't have a faithful bone in my skin. I don't know what faithful is. I don't even register that. Like, no, I got girlfriends at every school. And, I always did that. In college, EP seen me. I'm bringing different girls over to his house. I'm not going to school. I got girls everywhere. That's what I do. I'm a lover boy. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. So I'm living my life. And yes, I have 3 or 4 girlfriends. I have 2 kids with 1 kid or whatever, and I have this other girlfriend. And this other girlfriend, it's something special about her. I had a lot of girls, but there's something special about this one girl, and I'm kind of liking her. I'm not really committing to her, but I'm giving her enough to know that I really like her, and I want her to be by my side. So we kicking it, we doing our thing, we getting closer and closer and closer. And then things start getting bad because of me, of course. I'm the crazy man. I'm the one that's gonna mess it up. So she decides to leave the country and goes to Jamaica and changes her number on me. And at the time, me and EP, she knew EP was with me all the time, and he was at my house, meaning we stayed in Miramar. So I think she reached out to EP, and she called EP, and she was just conversating, asking him, trying to get some advice or anything to understand how to deal with me. And my brother EP tells the young lady, who is now my wife, he almost messed my soulmate up. You always mess me up, my soulmate. EP tells my now wife, yes, I seen Asante mess up a lot of girls in his life. Change your number and get away from him. Do not let him ruin. You got a lot going for you, and don't let Asante ruin your life. EP, tell the people what was going on when you told Geneva that. Break it down for us.
Well, first, that's your viewpoint of how it went. I have a totally different viewpoint of how this went. First of all, yes, we hanging all the time. I don't know why. Maybe my background. I don't know what I give off, but people like to confide with me. They want to come drop and tell me the problems or what's going on. So, like you say, your now wife called me. That wasn't the first call. There's probably calls led up to it.
Right. Yeah, it's not the first call.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just such and such. I'm through. I'm such and such. Now, here's the deal with me that I learned. I'm a listen, but I'm a solutions guy. I'm not a take me on the boat ride guy. I'm like, how can we fix this? So maybe after the 8th, the 10th, or 14th call, I'm like, you know what I'm thinking? Just move on. You know what's funny? A lot of women
You have
probably
to
would
tell
agree with me.
you got to tell them they need context. Tell them what you told her, or she gonna come in here and tell them. So you got to tell you what you.
I don't know. Now here's the deal. I don't know the exact words, but I do know when I said, you know what, maybe just move on or block your number, just move on from her. Maybe it's not the run for you. It's not what she wanted to hear. She was like, hold on, what? You want me to do what? I say, move on. She's like,
So now, after he talks to her, I'm minding my business. I think I'm at ease at this point. And then I get a call from her. I'm like, what's up? I'm thinking it's a good call because you calling me. You know what I mean? Like, why are you calling me? Oh, you like me again. She's like, I just talked to your homeboy, your friend. I say, oh, okay. He told me to leave you alone and get away from you. Hey, what you mean? Your best friend said you ain't shit and I need to leave you alone. I immediately hung up with her. I couldn't even argue with her at that time. I hung up, called him. EP, what happened? What you told? Yeah, I told her you need to leave her alone. She need to leave you alone and get away from you because you. I say, EP, you are my friend. You're not her friend. We don't care what's going on with her. Like, what are you doing? Who cares about her? We don't know her. You're my friend. And that's when we started learning our dynamic and stuff like that.
It's so
That's
funny,
why I had to say in the beginning, because you may, y'all in the comments and chats, when you're raised in a household with married parents or parents that get along as together and things, you may see things different. Me and Lauderdale, I only see hustle and bustles, hang and swing. These chicks at the club and this. Now, I don't have morals and stuff like that about women and faithfulness and stuff like that. Yes, I love women. Yes, I'm going to be a good provider and treat them right. But until I get to that point, I'm a lover's boy. I got a few of them. I need a few of them. My mama took good care of me, man. You know what I mean? So that was the story.
No, and then like, hold on. Let me finish my point. Because I don't want you to paint the wrong picture. Let me finish, my brother. So
no, you was a protector, brother. You protected the women. It's okay, bro. It's okay. You was a protector. No. Hey, not me though. Like I say, I was never faithful. He came to college faithful. He was talking about, man, I got this girlfriend. I'm so faithful. He was so faithful in high school until his freshman year. Go ahead.
No, listen. I was out of it there. But listen, here's the deal. I come from a different background where all I saw was man and wife. My mom and dad married for years, right? So when I don't understand the mind games and drama and the I hate you and I don't want to be with you. So my mindset, right? And I'm a problem solver. I don't want to be with him. I'm tired of him. I can't do it. Oh, well, just leave. What? And then you like, why would you tell her that? I'm like, I thought that's what she told me that she didn't want. Why? I'm not Dr. Phil. I can't feel my way through this emotional roller coaster. But I understand though. I learned my role as sometimes to be a confidant, and maybe you should listen more than give. I don't give nobody suggestions no more since that day.
But you had, and he didn't understand. She had to manipulate his mind, I guess, with that soft talking and stuff. You're my friend. You're not her friend. You barely know her. You only knew her for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. You knew me for 5, 6, 7 years since college. So you have my back. We don't give a shit about her. So those are the story of EP almost messed me up with my soulmate. Because if she would have listened to him, he was right. I'm not saying he was wrong. I was a mess. And yes, good thing she turned out to be the right woman, because I would have been driving, spinning the wheels. You know, we spin these wheels around here in Lauderdale. You know what I mean? So, Geneva! Geneva! Come say hi to the camera. They want to see who you is. Come say hi. I told EP story. She gonna come say hi real quick so y'all can see.
Oh man,
and she gonna co-sign. She love EP for that, and I still can't understand how did you get him to tell you that?
Hey, she's been calling me buddy ever since that day.
Buddy, but that's my buddy, buddy, EP buddy. Come in. And I told everybody the story. Come say hi to everybody so they can see. Just say hi. Just say hi. This is me. Come on. Real quick one. Say hi, thank you, EP. You're gonna always tell EP thank you.
Thank you, EP.
In the mic.
No problem, buddy.
Thank
We
you,
heard.
EP.
No problem, buddy. No problem. Anytime.
You did see? One day I'm gonna bring on the podcast. What do you remember about those times that why was you and EP so conversational about me? Well, you didn't have nobody?
Always brought him around when you came around. So
you thought that was the best person to reach out to find out what you needed to know about me?
I brought around me at the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what if you would have listened to him?
I didn't listen to him. I changed my number.
But what if you'd have completely Oh man.
She wasn't gonna listen to me. Y'all was just like, y'all was attached at the hip. They was not gonna. It was just. I told you, bro. The word of the day is confidant. I was a confidant. Probably more listen than action.
But you was her confidant. You want my confidant. She wasn't telling me to get my shit together so I can have her or something.
First of all,
you was telling her to run away from him because he's a horrible man.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. You weren't gonna get nothing together. Let's get that straight. But I was a confident. She called all the time talking about you, about how messed up it is. I don't know what to do.
I was growing, man. Dang, I was growing. But I grew enough and I won. We here. You know what I mean?
And you got you one. And you're happy, and she stayed in. That was a test, and she stayed. She passed the test, brother.
She had a phone number that she had to change when she got to me that everybody knew, and that's a bad sign. Everybody know your number. We changing that thing immediately. But let's get to these chats, man. Y'all chat. Y'all see the wifey. What do y'all think about me and EP situation? Was he trying to help me be a better person, or did he almost mess me up with my soulmate, man? Y'all let us know in the chat, and we're gonna get to these chats. Get to these chats real quick, brother.
A little earlier, got work for you gaming. Oh, when we talked about Deshaun, remember you hit on Deshaun Watson in Cleveland?
Yeah.
He says that Deshaun fractured his shoulder, bro. He had surgery. And he said, watch Deshaun win a Super Bowl in Cleveland. And Cleveland was 6-1 with Deshaun before the injury.
Right. Now, what's his name? Go Getter?
Got work for gaming.
Got work for gaming. I feel you. Listen, I'm a Deshaun Watson guy. I'm a total believer in Deshaun Watson. I expected him to be challenging for the MVP that year. But as I seen him play, regardless if they 6-1, they was great when Joe Flacco came. They have a great running game, and the defense is awesome. So understand that. Regardless of the shoulder surgery, he was playing awful. And that's just the God's honest truth. I'm a Deshaun Watson guy. I want to see him succeed and see him shut the naysayers up. I want to see him do that. But to be honest with you, it wasn't that. And now when you're coming back from injury and you're having surgery and stuff like that, there's only time to tell who you are and what can you do in this league. So got work, you know what I mean? That's what's happening with Deshaun Watson. We got to see, because Joe Flacco came right in. Yeah, Deshaun Watson was hurt, but that,
I think it got a lot to do with perception too. Like, first of all, they gave him this money when he wasn't even eligible to immediately play. I think
right, and he was going through so many criminal obstacles and civil suits and things like that.
Right,
and I think that had a lot to do with him getting his guaranteed money because I'm telling this team I want to sign with you, but listen, I have all these cases and things that I might have to be obligated to defend and pay off. So give me the contract I need so I can be comfortable to run this team. You understand what I'm saying?
But the precedent's so high because when you go that large of a contract, people not thinking you're going to come in here and do okay. You got to come in here and be Tom Brady-like, and people not seeing that. Now, although you like him, he's athletic, you like, all right, I'm waiting for this guy that's going to come through and just be everything we thought he would be. And it's just like, it's like, but I don't think it's over. I think it's a wait and see. I think that time of all those allegations that he came out of, it takes time to come out of that, and I don't think it just Like, hey, I'm done with that. It's mental, it's physical. So I just think he needs a little bit more time before we can judge him.
Right. Now we got Dak Prescott. We got the last situation. We got Dak Prescott, man. You know, Dak, they talking about Dak resetting the market. He got one more year left on this deal.
Mm-hmm.
How do the Dallas Cowboys handle Dak Prescott? Now, remember, I told a long time ago they signed Trey Lance, and nobody understood what Trey Lance was for. I think this comes in the picture right now why Trey Lance is a Dallas Cowboy. And Dak Prescott is like Tua Tagovailoa to me.
Right.
The nice guy. Donovan McNabb, the nice guy. So in Dallas, in Miami, these are not. Go get you a CJ Stroud.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go get you a CJ Stroud. Go get you a Brock Purdy. Somebody that knows how to win. Somebody that's going to lead the team. Because, man, I don't know. Maybe Kirk Cousins can help, man, because, you know, he can end up in one of these teams and make something happen because he throw for 4,500 yards, 4,300 yards. I mean, he's doing his thing, but it's not about the yards when you play quarterback. It's about a winner. Give us a quick take on Dak Prescott. And then,
man, I think Dak, man, I think he might just need a new senior. Now, it's crazy because if you get to the Dallas Cowboys, you're thinking, I have arrived. I am the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. What else can I ask for? I'm competing. Is no better place than the Dallas Cowboys, except for Dak Prescott. He probably needs a normal place that he can go out there and win and not all this star and glory and pressure.
You have to have a certain swag, a certain delivery when you come into a big market and you're the number one target. You got to know how to handle the media. You have to know how to lead your team indirectly. You know, I'm talking to the media, but I'm leading my team because when they hear this, they're going to feel me. They're going to have my back because I know how to command leadership. And that's, like you said, you come into these big markets as a quarterback, I think that's what coaches and executive and GMs and stuff need to start looking at and understand, man, that leadership. That talent is cool, but that leadership is way more important than that talent in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, we got a couple more comments before we get. Oh, my guy said, let's see. Okay, she not in. Oh, hold on. Let me go back up. Me knowing EP, as Dennis Williams said this. Me knowing EP, I think he had your best interest at hand. See, there you go. See,
he had mine. Jeez, how did he have mine? That's my soulmate right now. What else we got in the chat? I seen somebody say my best friend did me the same way too, son. Salute, brother. Hey, it's all good, man. He say he was raised by a single parent too, right?
Right. Hey, son, it'd be funny. They're like, you know what? Leave him. He ain't worth nothing.
He ain't worth shit. I see one more coming down there. What did it say about Dak down there, the last one? Who that? Lee Carr? Lee Cole?
Dak too worried about that them baby has hairs he be getting line. Oh, he talking about his lineup.
The hairline.
Hey, but listen,
y'all leave Dak alone.
Shout out to Justin Wallace though. Shout out Justin Wallace. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all podcast blow up. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Y'all keep spreading the word, man. We doing our thing, man. Like I said, we just coming to be authentic. We don't have no ill will. We're not trying to set stuff up. We giving y'all authentic. We got a lot of history. You know, probably half our life together. You know what I mean? So, it's a dynamic. Say what needs to be said. Duo, baby. And we're gonna see y'all next week. Like I said, y'all get prepared for this Eagles marathon. I'm going down this Eagles marathon. I see people like these stories and marathons. So we're going to keep it going, man. And I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all on our road to 100K subscribers, however you're listening to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, whatever, man. You listening on the podcast, are you watching on YouTube? Whatever.
We got to celebrate, man, when we get to that 100. They get that next level milestone.
Very special. We're going to have something very special. So y'all heard it and make us get there. So we can take over, baby. We're taking over this podcast game.
Yes,
Another
sir.
good one. Yes, sir. Another good one. Appreciate y'all. Salute.
Kobe.
So we're going to end on that one, man. Another good one. Salute.
Yes, sir.
See y'all next week, man. We out.
Peace out.